Hi, this is Ted. I want to talk today about two words. One is ambiguity, which basically means open to more than one interpretation. And I want to talk about equivocal, which means open to more than one interpretation. All right. What are the differences? Ambiguity is it's open to different interpretations. However, it's stated not knowing or expecting it to be open to more than one interpretation. The other one, you know what you're doing. You're stating something equivocal. You're stating something you know is open to more than one interpretation. That's the difference. Now, when I was on stage with Catherine Kuhlman, and she told me that my leg was healed, she put it in words that were very ambiguous. In other words, I don't think she realized they were ambiguous. What she was saying to me and what she meant, I'm not sure. But word for word, I do remember this. She did tell me to start walking on stage. I couldn't because I had a cast. She said, put away your crutches. I couldn't because I had a cast from my toes to my hip. And I said, I can't because of my cast. And she said, when the cast comes off, you will find you are healed. Oh, she just poured on such torment on me for the next 2 months. How do I deal with this? Did she mean that I'm healed now and I should take off, get a can opener and just take that cast off somehow, figure out a way to get it off? Or should I wait until I'm supposed to go in, and which is 2 months down the road, and then it's going to be healed? Well, it's going to be healed anyway then. Anyway, so I struggled with that because what she said was, even though she didn't realize, a bit ambiguous. Well, it turns out when the cast came off, the doctor took the x-rays, came back in the room, and he says, rise up and walk, you're healed. He had no idea what I was going through. And I was a little perturbed at that time. But because I've gone through so much. All right, here's the story. Here's where I want to take this ambiguity message. The fact of the matter is, with these prophets all claiming things are going to happen in the future, and you have Hank Kuhneman who spends hours and hours and hours talking straight from God. You have all these people giving us messages from heaven and from God and stuff. And a good portion of them in this last year have been dealing with President Trump, telling us that he is going to get reelected. There's no ambiguity in that, is there? There's a little bit I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, but on the surface, there is no ambiguity. And this is the mistake these prophets have made. And one after the other said the same thing. They know what they meant. It was very, very clear. He is going to have a second term. All right, there is a little bit of ambiguity in that. And I pretty much am sure they're going to jump on this when and if it happens. President Trump may try to run again for 2024. In which case they'll say, see, we told you, and he's going to win. Although they may be a little bit more careful this time, because I know they expected him to win in 2020. But because there's a little bit of ambiguity, they may decide to tell you, well, that's what God is going to do. He's going to win in 2024. And if they're smart, they'll shut up after that. They'll just give you that to cover their base for losing this last one and not prophesying correctly on this last one. But then they'll tell you he's going to make it in 2024. And then if they're really smart, they'll just be quiet from then on, because people forget. And people will still clamor to them for solutions and answers and what God is going to be doing in the future. All right, this is Ted. You have a good one. Bye.